The vast expanse of the sea has always been a realm of wonder, mystery, and secrets. Just think about it. Over 2/3 of our planet is covered in water, hiding treasures beyond our wildest dreams. From ancient to modern times, the sea has swallowed ships, riches, and untold tales, preserving them in its depths. Let's have a closer look at some of the biggest treasures that have been lost at sea in today's video. Number 1. The San Jose Galleon Treasure. Launched by the Spanish Navy in 1698, San Jose met its tragic end in 1708 off Colombia's Baru Island during a fierce battle with the British. Laden with a staggering $17 billion in modern valuation, its cargo of gold, silver, and emeralds is the stuff of legends, earning it the title of the Holy Grail of shipwrecks. An American group named Glocka Mora Company, operating under Sea Search Armada, claimed to have discovered the wreck in 1981. However, a dispute with Colombia started a legal tug-of-war over the treasure's ownership. Despite the trials, the Supreme Court of Colombia ruled for an equal split between the nation and the explorers. In 2007, the galleon was declared the property of the Colombian state, but the state declined the presence of the wreck at the coordinates stated in the case. Later in 2015, the Colombian Navy found the wreck using a Remus 6000 autonomous vehicle and identified it from its bronze guns engraved with dolphins. Today, the ship's location remains a secret and is preserved under the sea with all of its treasures. Number 2. Nuestra Señora de Atocha. Back in 1622, a powerful Spanish galleon called Nuestra Señora de Atocha was sailing amid a fleet when it got slammed by a hurricane off the Florida Keys. Now, the Atocha was loaded with copper, silver, gold, gems, tobacco, etc. The haul was so massive that it took 2 months just to record and load it up. But then, disaster struck. Hurricane chaos. 8 ships went down, including the Atocha. Almost everyone on board, a whopping 265 souls, lost their lives. Fast forward to the late 1960s, some American treasure hunters, Mel Fisher, Finley Ricard, and a team of subcontractors searched for this ship for over 17 years in the ocean and ultimately found it. The state of Florida wanted a slice of the pie, claiming the wreck, which led to an epic court battle. Ultimately, the U.S. Supreme Court sided with the treasure hunters, cementing their right to the treasure. It even holds a Guinness World Record for being the most valuable shipwreck ever found. Number 3. The Titanic. Titanic may be the most talked about ship of the modern world that ever sailed. In 1912, it set sail from Southampton, England, aiming for the glittering skyline of New York City. But fate had other plans. After 4 days of sailing, it collided with an iceberg and claimed over 1,500 lives. Among its perished passengers were some of the era's wealthiest individuals. Though many myths later circulated, the cargo aboard Titanic's inaugural voyage wasn't overly extravagant. Forget tales of gold or diamonds, it carried fairly ordinary cargo. The most prized item on board was a sizable neoclassical French oil painting called La Circassienne au Bain. In 1985, ocean explorers located the Titanic's resting place, and recently 5 gentlemen lost their lives as they went on a submersible to see the remains of it deep on the ocean floor. Number 4. The 1716 Plate Fleet wrecks. The 1715 Treasure Fleet, a merger of Spanish treasure fleets returning from the New World to Spain, met a hurricane's wrath on July 31st, 1715. The fleet had 7 ships that met a similar fate that day. The fleet was heavily laden with silver. That's why it earned the name 1715 Plate Fleet, the plate meaning silver in Spanish. Around 1,500 sailors perished, with a small number surviving on lifeboats. Initial salvage efforts drew ships and pirates alike. In 2015, 1715 Fleet, Queen's Jewels, LLC, led by Brent Brisbane, discovered $4.5 million in gold coins near Vero Beach, Florida, from the shipwreck site known as Corrigan's Wreck. Number 5. The Flor de la Mar Treasure. Flor de la Mar was a Portuguese nau and pivotal in the Indian Ocean from 1502 to 1511, carrying spices. It was filled with treasure after conquering Malacca, but sank off Sumatra's coast while returning to Portugal. The ship met its fate during a storm near Timia Point in November 1511, with many casualties. The cargo constituted one of the largest treasures assembled by the Portuguese Navy. Other than Portugal, Indonesia and Malaysia also claim the ship's salvage rights, but it remains undiscovered somewhere in the seabed. There you go. Doesn't the ocean hold so many priceless treasures? If you liked the video, press the like button and subscribe for more. See you next time.